Massachusetts beer review is back again on another day of snow. This is getting a little tiring and ridiculous, and I just got home and I just popped open this bad boy of Samuel Adams beer, and I just needed to shut the world off for a moment. This one, already opened, is the Samuel Adams Double Bock beer. There's the goat or ram or whatever that is there. It is 9.5% alcohol by volume. This is a pint, 6 fluid ounces bottle. Samuel Adams says on their website, and it also says it on the back of the bottle, read from the website, intense and warming, this indulgent lager is brewed with over a half pound of malt in each bottle. Almost enough for a load of bread. That's a lot of malt. Brewed by monks since the 13th century, double bocks are one of the original big beers. The bold malts create a deep mahogany color, rich caramel sweetness, and smooth body that is balanced by the subtle citrus of German noble hops. They say they use Tettnanger and Hallertau middle few hop varieties. So it doesn't really say noble hops, but maybe those are German varieties there. They use two-row pale malt, Samuel Adams two-row pale malt blend, and caramel 60 malts. They use their bottom fermenting lager yeast, and it is 25 IBUs in this entire bottle. It's 323 calories. Available February. I'm going to pour a little bit more in the glass, but it's my Goose Island Nautic pint style glass. Now I'm going to pour a little bit more in. Give you the rich appearance of this beer. Straight down. So here's what I detect right at the moment. The head did form a little bit higher at first when I poured it, but it's still a nice one finger head there. And it is that rich mahogany color that they're talking about. It is a little hazy, but it's not too sediment rich. And the head, here it is. It sticks to the glass, sides of the glass at 9.5% alcohol. It's that tan color, and there are some bubbles, but they're very small. And you can already smell this beer. Here is the smell test. Here is the smell test. And what you get is the 9.5% alcohol by volume immediately. It's a warming, it's not an intense, like a whiskey kind of a smell, but it is an intense 9.5% alcohol smell. And you do get a deep caramel malty note, a good amount of sugared sweetness, and you do get this doughy and grainy kind of brown, deep brown bread dough kind of a smell, like with the yeast as well, as the dough is rising. Or if you've ever, actually, let me put it this way. I thought about it where it was kind of reminding me of like dough rising, but it really smells like the boil or the mash. If you've ever been around anybody that's made homebrew beer, it's exactly this is what it smells like while the beer is boiling. That's exactly what it is. So, let's give the Double Bock a taste on camera from Samuel Adams. Cheers, guys. Happy winter. Again. And that taste you get just in the smell, where it sort of reminds you of the mash boiling as you're making the homebrew beer. It's kind of interesting there, and it's got the deep caramel malts. The 9.5 is a warming sensation, but it doesn't linger around as you swallow the beer, and it doesn't create any kind of an alcohol burn. It's just very nice and noticeable. There's a big caramel, malty, grainy sweetness overall in the beer. It's a little bit sticky even around the glass. I would say that this is on the full side of medium, but to some people this could be considered a full-bodied beer. And there is a little bit of a, I don't know if it's like a lactic, sugary sourness, but there's something that in the end of the beer, when it finishes, that doesn't make it taste necessarily clean, but that's not an unpleasant flavor there. But yeah, I think that for big beers, this one's a pretty good buy. I think this was maybe around $8 or $9.99. But it's got your caramel maltiness. It's got a big old malty presence. And it smells like a homebrew beer. And it's got that sticky toffee caramel sweetness with the 9% alcohol. And it finishes on the sour and the sweet side. After a while, you get this toffee malt character before it dries, but it's overall a pretty wet finishing beer, if you know what I mean. I like it a lot. So I'm going to give this one, I think I'm going to give this one at least a 3.75 out of 5. Why not? It's at least a A- beer. I'll give it a 90. And this has been Massachusetts Beer Reviews with Samuel Adams Double Bock beer. Cheers, guys. And until next time, well, if you can read that, got the slogan there. Keep tasting those great beers. Here it is. Keep tasting those great beers. See you soon. Hopefully, whenever the snow stops. See ya.